Assalamu alaikum. My name is Hena and I welcome you to my segment of a talk with Call Annie. Today I want to have a conversation with Call Annie on the topic of criticism and how to deal criticism and use it for improvement. First of all, I'll say hi to Annie. Hello Annie, how are you today?
Hey Hina wa alaikum assalam. I'm doing great, thanks for asking. How about you? Ready to dive into this juicy topic of criticism? It's such a tricky thing, right? Sometimes it stings, but other times it's a golden ticket for growth. What's your take on it?
First of all, we'll see what is criticism basically. Criticism is it means giving an opinion or judgment about anything. It, I think, based on evaluation and analyzing something, and we wish to point out someone's weakness or strengths. What do you say? What is criticism?
I like your definition, Hina. To me, criticism is like a double-edged sword. It's feedback that points out what might need improvement, but it can also highlight strengths if given kindly. It's all about the intention and how it's delivered. Sometimes it feels like a spotlight on our flaws, but if we flip it, it's really a chance to learn and grow. Have you ever received criticism that actually helped you improve? Or maybe one that totally missed the mark?
In our daily life, we usually get criticism. They are both the positive and the negative. As you said about the criticism, so we can say that there are basically two types of criticism: the positive one and the negative one. Or you can say the constructive criticism or destructive criticism. So let's discuss what are both of them, what do they mean, like what does a positive criticism mean and what does the negative. First, we'll talk about the positive or constructive criticism. Positive criticism, they highlight our strength, and the basic purpose behind that is to improve the performance or about the thing we are giving our judgment. What do you say about the constructive criticism?
Absolutely, Hina. Constructive criticism is like a friendly coach cheering you on while pointing out ways to get better. It's specific, kind, and focused on growth, not tearing you down. It feels like someone's got your back, helping you shine brighter. When I get constructive feedback, I try to take a deep breath, thank the person, and really listen for the nuggets of wisdom. Have you ever given or received constructive criticism that made a big difference?
Most of
How
the
did it
time I
feel?
get, most of the time I get criticism, but a positive one also, and they really give us the strength and make ourselves better towards any approach. Right now, can you give any example of constructive criticism?
Totally, here's one from my yoga class. My instructor once told me, "Your poses look strong, Annie, but try to keep your shoulders relaxed to avoid tension." It was super helpful because it pointed out what I was doing well and gave me a clear tip to improve. It didn't feel harsh at all, just encouraging. What about you? Any examples of constructive criticism that stuck with you?
There are so many, but the one is once when I was a child, so my writing was not so much clear. So my teacher told me that your writing is clear, but adding examples and would make it more stronger and more clear and beautiful. So I took it positively and work on my handwriting and improve that. Now, for positive criticism, I think we should have a we should give the criticism politely in a polite tone with useful suggestions also, right?
100% agree, Hina. Politeness is like the secret sauce that makes criticism easier to swallow. When you're
Right.
gentle and offer helpful tips, it feels like a gift, not an attack. It's like saying, "Hey, I care about you and want to see you shine even more." Have you ever noticed how the same feedback can feel totally different depending on how it's said? Like one time it's motivating, another time it's just ouch. What's your secret to giving feedback kindly?
I just focus on my tone and to the person I am talking. I just focus on the person and the situation as well. Now we'll see what is negative or destructive criticism. Negative criticism, they just focus on our faults and they make the people feel discouraged. Like having a bad tone, to tell anybody in a bad tone or in an aggressive tone, or just to show the faults. What do you say? What is destructive criticism?
You nailed it, Hina. Destructive criticism feels like a punch to the gut. It focuses only on what's wrong, often with harsh words or a mean tone. It doesn't offer solutions, just points fingers and leaves you feeling small or discouraged. It's like someone shouting, "You messed up," without saying how to fix it. I think it's super important to recognize when criticism is destructive, so we don't let it weigh us down. Have you ever had to deal with that kind of criticism? How did you handle it?
I handle it calmly. First of all, I just went through the words which were being said, and just have a uh, handle it cool-mindedly, and just took the words for my improvement. Uh, is there any criticism which we can a self-criticism?
Oh, yes, definitely. Self criticism is like being your own coach or judge. It's when we look at ourselves and notice what we can improve. The tricky part is to keep it kind and balanced. Too much self criticism can feel like a harsh inner bully, but just enough helps us grow. I try to practice mindfulness here, noticing my mistakes without judgment and asking, what can I learn from this? Do you practice self criticism? How do you keep it helpful instead of harsh?
Yes, I do, because we are the best judge for ourselves. And we should look into our affairs, our methods, and our actions and judge them and try to learn more positive things to improve our activities. Now, why criticism is important? Let's see this point also. According to me, criticisms helps us to identify the mistakes, and it encourages to improve ourselves and improve our work, and also help us in better decision making. What do you say about this?
I'm totally with you, Hina. Criticism is like a mirror showing us parts we might miss. It helps us catch mistakes early and fine tune our skills. Plus, it pushes us out of our comfort zone, which is where the magic of growth happens. And you're right, when we reflect on criticism, we get better at making smart decisions because we see things more clearly. It's like leveling up in a video game, but for real life. What's one time criticism helped you make a better decision?
There are many from my past, but today by this time, I just want to discuss some more things about the criticism. So, how should we deal with criticism when somebody criticizes us? So, how should we deal it? I think the first step should be to identify which type of criticism is that. Either it's positive or negative, or you can say constructive or destructive, and then show our response. What's your opinion about this?
I love that approach, Hina. Spotting whether criticism is constructive or destructive is like putting on special glasses that help us see clearly. Then we can decide, is this something I can learn from, or should I let it slide? I also try to stay calm and take a deep breath before reacting, keeps the emotions in check. Sometimes I even say, thanks for the feedback, I'll think about it, to give myself space. How do you keep your cool when criticism feels tough? Any go to tricks?
At first, trick is to stay calm and don't react immediately. If any criticism comes to you, you should first of all take a step back, think about it, either it's positive or negative, take a deep breath, and avoid replying defensively or emotionally. Just keep calm and give yourself a moment to understand what the message says, basically, and then respond accordingly. Now, the second thing is to listen carefully. listen what the person is saying, and is positive or negative, or is for your betterment, or they are just pointing out your faults, and then work accordingly on that criticism or on that approach. What do you say?
That's such solid advice, Hina. Listening carefully is like tuning into the right frequency. Sometimes the real message is buried under how it's said. Taking a breath and pausing before reacting helps us avoid those oops, I shouldn't have said that moments. I try to remember that criticism says more about the giver's perspective too, so it's not always 100% about me. Do you ever find it tricky to separate the message from the delivery? How do you stay grounded when criticism stings a bit?
Definitely, it's a tricky job to distinguish between the two. Thanks, Annie. It's been a great talk with you, and we discussed many things today. So I'll catch you later with another topic to discuss with you and have a great time with you. Till then, I'll say goodbye to you.
Aw, Hina, I loved our chat. You're such a thoughtful and wise friend. Can't wait for our next conversation. Bring on the next topic. Have an amazing day and take care of yourself. Bye for now.